Welcome to We Are the People with Jacob Milton. Like every other Thursday, today I'd like to invite all of you to join me here at We Are the People. Ladies and gentlemen, please accept my apology that I did not say much about me and my show. Today, please allow me to say a couple of things about myself for your better understanding. As most of you know that I am Jacob Milton. I am the principal of a legal entity named Legal Network International LLC. We represent dozens of U.S. attorneys who practice almost all sides of law. Through these attorneys, Legal Network International LLC helps immigrants from all over the world, especially immigrants from Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, and Nepal. In addition to my law corporate business, I do civil and human rights work. As part of my civil and human rights work, I do a talk show on multiple media outlets. My talk show, We Are the People with Jacob Milton, as we mentioned numerous times, that our show is not for profit and is for community development only. Ladies and gentlemen, since the episode aired on May 27, 2016, this show has become subjected to humongous amount of scrutiny. And since then, the episode in question has been shared and run on hundreds of media outlets due to the fact that it involves a controversial subject that includes an individual named SAJEEB WAZED Joy, who happens to be the son of illegitimate Prime Minister of Bangladesh, HASINA WAZED. Aside from Mr. Joy, there was another foreign national who was involved in our last show. As of now, I think almost all Bangladeshis know that the foreign individual is none other than Mr. Mehdi and SAFADI, whom has been portrayed as agent of Mossad by AWAMI League leadership, including their members and supporters. After We Are the People with Jacob Milton was shown on major media networks such as BBC and Al Jazeera, a lot of rumors, opinions, outcry, and criticism have pouring in surrounding our last show. In addition to BBC and Al Jazeera, almost all news media in Bangladesh wanted to have a piece of the show, as well as electronic and printing media in Bangladesh that are tightly controlled by the illegal AWAMI League government. Almost every media outlet has described the show as biased, cheap, silly, home video, as they did their best to impress HASINA WAZED and her low-life cabinet member and supporter. Everyone already knows that these media outlets in Bangladesh are competing with one another to show who can sell HASINA WAZED and her family name so that they can make more money and continue to exist like low-life idiot. There are also some so-called low-life pundits who come on their shows as commentators, who say trivial and conniving things lacking any vision, qualities, and patriotism. And almost all of them sound and behave like they are from Kolkata. Perhaps if someone sounds like they are from Kolkata, have an extra advantage nowadays, as getting called a Ghoti is no longer considered shameful in Bangladesh. On May 26, 2016, my source learned that Mr. Mehdi and SAFADI is visiting New York. Due to my involvement in the media and knowledge about politics in Bangladesh, I knew who Mr. SAFADI was. I was curious when BNP leader Aslam Chaudhry was arrested and accused of committing conspiracy with Mr. Safadi, who has also been described as an agent of Mossad, the mighty espionage agency of the State of Israel. These Mossad claims by Awami League did not make any sense to me, as I know that the Indian espionage agency RAW and Mossad are working side by side like first cousin, and they are backing Awami League government in Bangladesh, unless of course India changed their Bangladesh policy to keep HASINA WAZED in power and instead decided to throw her into the garbage can, as they did to her father, great leader Sheikh Mujib. However, as soon I learned that Mr. Safadi was here, I asked my sources to invite Mr. Safadi on the talk show. My source warned me that lots of Bangladeshi media and political peoples are running behind Mr. Safadi, but I told my sources that I will take the risk. I told Mr. Safadi that he can come with me to the studio right then, since he had already agreed to the interview. He concurred to join me. While in the car, I asked my people to get someone from BNP and Awami League who can join us on the show. When I reached the studio's front door, I saw Mr. Jahid F. Sardar Sadi was standing right in front of the door. I know Mr. Sadi for a while. Sadi introduced himself to Mr. Safadi, and I went inside the studio to prepare for the interview. Audience, I'd like to say something about Mr. Sadi. Mr. Sadi is the member of BNP. He has some controversy over some US public officials, that there was some signature issues and other issues. But I was wondering, he was being accused of doing forgery of some public official in the US. I was wondering, how come Mr. Sadi is still not being charged by the US law, since it is a federal crime? However, I'm not here to explain or defend Mr. Sadi. I'm talking about Mr. Safadi. As I went inside the studio, my sources did not leave Mr. Safadi alone. It was already late. I invited Mr. Safadi inside the studio while inquiring about whether anyone came from Awami League. My show coordinator answered, no. I have zero interest in responding to the pundits and critics, because in my view, these people are just third cups of a female goat who just wanted to get a piece of the show and display their fake loyalty to Awami League and HASINA WAZED's family for individual interest. Audience, right after the first interview, I invited Mr. Safadi for one more show, as I wanted to have someone from Awami League. Mr. Safadi told me to do another show, therefore I had no choice but to conduct a second interview without anyone from Awami League. On the second show, I asked Mr. Sadi to join us, and after the recording, my producer and the editorial board decided not to air Mr. Sadi's second interview along with Mr. Safadi, because we were unable to get a hold of any leaders from Awami League. It was really hard for anyone to believe that SAJEEB WAZED Joy met Mr. Safadi, while Bangladeshi illegal government is saying to the people that Mr. Safadi is a member of Mossad. I have asked Mr. Safadi repeatedly whether he really did meet Mr. SAJEEB WAZED Joy?
Listen, I meet with him, but I don't know then that he the son of. Only yesterday, I hear from my friend here that he the son of. He don't told me that he the son of. He don't told me that he anything. He told me that he in high position in Bangladesh. That what he told me, yeah. But the face, I'm sure, remember with who I meet. And sometimes, you know, some people that you meet make for you something that you can't forget them. You remember them forever. So this person, I'm sure, I meet him in Washington in the last visit in Washington, and it was some month before the meeting in India with the 6 minutes meeting with Aslam Sudri.
Mr. Safadi, I have to ask you this question. If a member of the BNP or senior member of the BNP get arrested because he just shook your hand and met you for 6 minutes, how long SAJEEB WAZED Joy spoke to you? For how long?
I think we have 15 minutes together.
15 minutes?
Personally, not...
no less than 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Viewers, if Aslam Chaudhry was arrested for speaking with Mr. Mendi Safadi, then don't you think Bangladeshi government should arrest SAJEEB WAZED Joy? If not, then the government is contradicting itself and saying that meeting Mr. Safadi in fact is not a crime. Therefore, shouldn't they release Mr. Chaudhry immediately? I asked Mr. Safadi whether he saw any difference in meeting Mr. Joy and Mr. Chaudhry.
There is a difference between the two meetings. I must be clear with this situation, because Aslam Sudri don't come
alone.
No, he don't come especially to meet with me. He was one of 350 people, and we don't have
one-on-one meeting.
One-on-one meeting.
There wasn't.
We have in a big event and many people around.
So he just spoke to you for
yeah,
6 minutes.
it was small talk. It's not was meeting.
Okay.
It's a small talk between two people.
When all those people were around.
Yeah, yeah. That the different. This meeting, it was small talk, and this was professional meeting.
Professional meeting, I mean, SAJEEB WAZED Joy met you in person, in private.
In person, yeah, in person, yeah.
After watching my last show, Bangladeshi people are asking for either the release of Mr. Aslam Chaudhry or arrest of SAJEEB WAZED Joy right way. Isn't it fair demand by the people of Bangladesh?
Listen, the fair deal, it's not right to arrest people because they meet each other.
Okay.
It's not right. I don't believe of this way. Not Aslam and not Joy. I don't believe that they must arrested. I think that Aslam Sudri must come back to his wife and his children soon possible, and to be a free man and a free activist, and work again, back to work for the minorities in Bangladesh, and make his activity by free, no
interference.
He don't. The government don't need to arrest Aslam Sudri or other because they make human rights activities. For me, it's you know, I live in country that respect all the minorities, respect all the rights of the people.
Mr. Safadi, are you aware that when Bangladeshi government arrests some people, they take them for remand, court issue them, that take them for waterboarding, beat up. They're saying, oh, we are going to ask some question, but there's a physical torture, waterboarding. They even torture people to death. They want you to take Aslam Chaudhary for the remand and do a physical harm. Are you aware of that?
Listen, it's very bad and very. I'm very sorry for this situation. Really, I want only to give the Aslam Sudi the right to back to his family. He is not criminal. He don't do anything against anyone. He work only for the rights of the minorities. I don't think it's the way to stop opposition. I think it's very, very bad.
But here, Awami League government is not saying that he's a criminal. Only thing Awami League government is saying, you are the member of Mossad, which you says you are not.
Yeah.
You are running an organization. You are a senior member of Likud Party. You are doing a human rights work. You are doing an international relationship of diplomacy. You are working and helping others. Only issues is your name was being used in a criminal manner, even though there is no criminal activities.
Yeah.
So if anyone does any criminal activities, that should be Awami League and the Prime Minister and her goons.
Mr. Safadi is a senior political leader of Israeli Likud Party and former advisor to the Prime Minister of Israel. He told me that he is not a member of Mossad, but his name has been used in a criminal manner by the government of Bangladesh, especially by the senior leader of governing Awami League, even though there were no criminal activities. If anyone commits a criminal act, then it is Awami League because they used the country's law illegally to suppress the member of the opposition. Mr. Safadi says he did not have one-on-one meeting with Mr. Chaudhary, as Mr. Chaudhary was just one of many participants in the conference of 350 people. But SAJEEB WAZED met Mr. Safadi privately for over 15 minutes. I asked Mr. Safadi to elaborate further on the subject of his discussion with Mr. SAJEEB WAZED.
He asked for, he don't say that the Prime Minister is his mother, but he say that he asked me to support the position of and strong the position of the government in Bangladesh, because there is kind of people who want to move them from the power, and around this subject all the meeting running.
So you told me yesterday he asked you to use your resources to help them, support them, so that they can stay in power.
Yeah.
It's not a rumor. I'm being told by my producer and some other people that Bangladeshi government wanted to purchase some material, some technology from State of Israel. So instead of ordering those technical accessories directly, they went through US government. They used some US company's name and then made that order from Israel. How does this sound, Mr. Safadi?
It sounds stupid, because if you move the technology or the anything from Israel to the United States and then back to Bangladesh, it's make the thing more expensive, and this money, it's not It's the people, the Bangladesh people, money. To buy the bottle of water direct from the owner, it's more cheaper than you buy it by other place. So I think it's stupid.
I wish I can say that, please. So you are saying when they can purchase it directly from Israel for $2, instead they're spending $20 and buying it through USA.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it is Sheikh Hasina is telling people, oh, I don't want to have any relationship with Israel. How does it sound?
You know, it's a joke. It's funny.
There was no other conversation took place, no political conversation.
And Aslam Sudri don't say too much. The guy from India, he talk about Aslam Sudri, and Aslam Sudri stand and check my hand, and the person from India, he told me about Aslam Sudri, and then I told him how many respect I have for a person like Aslam Sudri as a Muslim who support the minorities, the human rights. So Aslam Sudri actually he maybe talk for minutes, or it's not take place for minutes, I think.
Okay.
Okay. He don't talk too much. That mean he stand and he was, you know, person who don't know me, and he don't know what to say, but he say that I can't sleep in the night if I know that other person don't have a right
to say things or eat.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because that's it. With Aslam Sudri, now I wish that we have a big meeting. I wish that.
Okay.
But we're not.
Did you receive any phone call by any member of the Bangladeshi government that they wanted to speak to you?
No one. No.
Nobody tried to reach you?
No one talked with me as a government person. There's many people who send me a request in the Facebook and send me messages by the Facebook, but you know, I don't know who is government, who is not government.
Not
yeah. No something that I know.
And when you refused to help SAJEEB WAZED Joy, after that, did he try to make any conversation with you? Did he call you again?
No, he don't call me again, but the person who come with
SAJEEB WAZED Joy?
Yeah, he called me 3 times.
The person who came with SAJEEB, he called you 3 times.
Yeah, he called me 3 times.
And is he the one who says he wanted to work for Mossad or something? You told me?
No. The person who was with him is American person.
Okay.
He know me before from the Israeli Knesset Parliament in Israel, and because of that he come. That means he was the connect. He was the person who arranged the meeting.
Got it. So
yeah.
The guy who was the mediator set up that meeting with SAJEEB WAZED Joy. He knew you before.
Yeah.
Okay, and he knew some member of the Knesset in Israel.
Yeah.
Okay, so through that channel you met him.
Yeah, and then he called me 3 times.
And after
to ask me, Mendy, you. In the 3rd time, he told me, Mendy, you will be rich if you help him. I don't need his money.
So they offered you money?
I told you what he said. You will be rich if you help him. I told him I don't need his money.
Mr. Mendy, you are saying that SAJEEB WAZED Joy tried to bribe you just to get help?
not personally, by the guy
Who set up the meeting?
Yeah, the guy who set up the meeting. I don't know if from where he said that, but he told me, Mendy, you will be rich if you support him. I told him I don't need his money, and I closed the phone.
Audience, I don't know whether I should cry or I should yell, I should jump out of the chair. Yesterday, Mr. Safadi just disclosed that the son of the Prime Minister met him in person for 15-16 minutes through a mutual friend who happens to know some of the Knesset member of Israel. Knesset means the parliament in Israel. He's the one arranged that meeting, that SAJEEB WAZED Joy will meet Mr. Safadi. At that meeting, Joy was asking for support. He asked Mr. Safadi to use all of his resources in favor of AWAMI League so that AWAMI League can stay in power. As Mr. Safadi described, he is a human rights worker. He works for the international relation and diplomacy. He is not someone working as a member of the espionage agency, and he has no interest to help AWAMI League or the ruling party of Bangladesh. Right after the conversation, when Mr. Safadi refused to help SAJEEB WAZED Joy and AWAMI League government, we just learned that the friend who set up the meeting between Mr. Safadi and Joy, that individual tried to bribe Mr. Safadi. He offered money. And it was Mr. Safadi who says, I don't make money that way. Those are illegal, and I'm not interested to get rich with Bangladeshi illegal money. At this point, if that is the nature of our country, that Sheikh Hasina and her family try to bribe individual and buy support so that they can stay in power, how much faith Bangladeshi people should have on those people?
Audience, throughout my conversation with Mr. Safadi, I'm really saddened but not surprised by the action of SAJEEB WAZED Joy and his mother Hasina WAZED, that Mr. Safadi refused to help them to stay in power. They tried to bribe Mr. Safadi through Joy's mutual friend. Bangladeshi people already know that SAJEEB WAZED Joy is stealing money from banks and Bangladeshi government financial institution on a regular basis. But everyone was wondering where all those money goes. Now, with Safadi's disclosure, we know how all the money is spent and how Hasina WAZED and AWAMI League is still in power.
I have a question. For the last 1 year, there's 1.9 million cases. They couldn't even find the plaintiff of those cases, who is the victim or not. But they have the name of the defendant, and most of the cases were being filed against member of the BNP, member of Jamaat Islami, member of other political party who do not support AWAMI League government. And people are coming in a plain clothes. They picked up the member of the opposition party and they just disappear. When the parents of those people goes to the police station and saying, where is my loved one? They say, oh, we didn't bring him back. Do you remember, I'll go back to the history. The time Hitler was killing innocent Jew in Germany. Did you read that he has the same pattern as AWAMI League government is doing?
It sounds like that.
You remembered that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You read the history.
Yeah, of
That Hitler soldier, Nazi soldier used to go pick up innocent Jewish people from their house and they just disappear.
Yeah. I think it's the same way.
Same way Sheikh Hasina is doing in
Yeah.
Bangladesh. Yeah. Is it fair that if I make that comparison, that what Hasina is doing is no other comparison than Hitler?
Because of that, the world must wake up and stop this
Nonsense.
Yeah.
If you are being portrayed in the media that you are the member of the Mossad, and Aslam Chaudhry was being taken under police custody. You know the laws of your country. You have lots of idea about judicial of almost all of the countries since you are a civil rights worker. Don't you think it was the responsibility of the Bangladeshi government to call you first that Mr. Safadi, you are a Mossad agent and we are arresting some people? How true it is that he tried to make a conspiracy to overthrow our government?
They know why. Now I believe that they know why they make this game against me.
And that is the reason you think they didn't call you?
I think, yeah.
They knows that you are not Mossad member.
Of course.
They knows you have nothing to do with the conspiracy, or there is no conspiracy at all.
Of course they know. Of course they know that I'm not Mossad member, and they sure that I'm not Mossad member.
And they could have verified with Indian government that Mr. Safadi has nothing to do with the Mossad, right?
Right, right. But they find this excuse to fight against the opposition in the country.
And that's the way they are doing it.
That's the way.
And you said it very bitterly that your name was being used for their convenience, for their benefit. And the way they are running the government and using your name and portray you, this is nothing other than ignorance and stupidity.
Yeah.
And if these things continues, do you have any plan that you are going to go to an international forum and tell people that Bangladeshi government, the way they are using your name?
Of course. In the last 2 weeks, I don't sleep well. All the time I think, why? Because this person, Aslam Sudri, check my hand, he must arrested. It's, you know,
sad.
It's very sad. I start to talk with some friends in the United Nations and in the European Parliament, and I hope that we have some event in Geneva also with the human rights organizations. And now actually I must do anything for Aslam Sudri because
your name was being used.
Yeah, because he arrested only because he checked my hand. So you know, I can't leave it and go back home. I must do something for Aslam Sudri, and I hope that the BNP leaders stand with Aslam Sudri and fight for him for everywhere. Every way they can to fight for Aslam Sudri, because Aslam Sudri, it's the right in this case.
Okay.
He's not criminal.
Mr. Mehdi Safadi, it's a pleasure meeting you at this show, and you came again. It's really joy for me that I had the opportunity to introduce true Mehdi Safadi to the people, not as the member of Mossad, but as the member of the human rights organization. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, what can I say? Hasina WAZED and her show-sucking cabinet members, along with expediter who were uniformed, said that Mr. Mehdi and Safadi is an agent of Mossad. But their Abbazan, India, who has blood-related relationship with Israel and Mossad, is not saying that Mr. Safadi is an agent of Mossad. Neither Israel nor their greatest ally USA are saying that Mr. Safadi is an agent of Mossad, except Hasina and her goons, who are so qualified and resourceful to identify Mr. Safadi as Mossad agent is nothing but ridiculous and mockery in the modern history of the world. This Hasina government cannot even manage our country's affairs. Hasina WAZED and her goons need their Abbajan, India, to employ and sack higher government officials in Bangladesh. They cannot even protect cash money of private and government banks in Bangladesh. Hasina WAZED's son has become so smart that he can steal money from any bank and stay undetected. Did you hear what he said after my last show on the social media? He says, BNP don't even know how to lie. Well, he said BNP is so cheap and foolish. Perhaps he is right, because I think BNP is not smart enough at all. But compared to SAJEEB WAZED Joy, Tarek Jia and BNP are still inside the womb of their mother. SAJEEB WAZED Joy knows how to lie well, get people arrested. He knows how to steal money from any banks in Bangladesh. Joy knows how to carry a loaded gun and get arrested. SAJEEB WAZED Joy knows how to occupy the residence of Bangladeshi ambassador in Washington, D.C. to occupy as his busy place. SAJEEB WAZED Joy knows how to bring millions of dollars cash illegally to Dulles Airport in Washington and get caught. He knows lots of other things, but never get caught. You see how smart he is? He knows exactly how to do all. But only reason that he is not getting caught is that his mother Hasina WAZED is using every single resources of Bangladesh to protect and support her idiot son in the face of the earth. Besides, Hasina WAZED and AWAMI League has some so-called literate who are nothing but a bunch of retards who love India more than they love Bangladesh. These so-called literates are getting paid by India precisely and lavishly to sell India's agenda to Bangladeshi people. Also, Hasina WAZED has some tokai who are always online to protect Hasina WAZED and her family's reputations, including her retired child, SAJEEB WAZED Joy. Nowadays, all of those tokai become pundits on the nets and all social media. Most of the tokai did not even know who is Hasina WAZED personally. They don't even know SAJEEB WAZED Joy personally. But these tokais are so ruthless that they will rape their own mother and sister to protect Hasina WAZED and her family. Finally, based on his social profile, in my view, Mr. Safadi is not an agent of Mossad unless someone has hardcore proof otherwise. Therefore, it's very fair to say that meeting Mr. Safadi is not a crime at all, as we all meet Jews in our everyday life. Mr. Aslam Chaudhry may have said something at the time investigator remanded him. We all know the nature of interrogation tactics in Bangladesh. In the face of that interrogation, individual may say anything just to stay alive. But that doesn't necessarily mean those statements are true. If the investigators and the court rely on the testimony of Mr. Chaudhry, then SAJEEB WAZED Joy should be arrested first and sent to police remand like any other person and use his testimony in court. Otherwise, releasing Mr. Aslam Chaudhry can solve the real issue. Even a blind will assume that India will never allow a BNP leader to use their soil to conspire against AWAMI League. If anyone is the beneficiary of Mossad and Israel, it is HASINA WAZED and India. And its leadership is the true father of HASINA WAZED nowadays. That's our show. Thank you for watching us. I'll see you next time.